Woo! All right, guys. Looks like an era is over. After 9 years, it looks like we're finally done with Yeezy and Adidas. So, let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we're back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. If you hadn't done so already, or if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment. Those things help the video get through the algorithm so more and more people can actually see the videos. It helps the channel grow. So for everyone who's done so already, thank you so much. For everyone who will do so in the future, I appreciate you guys too. Now, getting right into the topic today, we're talking Yeezy, we're talking Adidas, and we're talking about the final push to clear out product. Because at one point, we all know that Yeezy was the biggest brand, it seemed like, on earth for a span of time, especially starting at 2015. Probably not for the last year or two, but it had a fantastic run. We can't deny it. Now, is Kanye a wacko? 100% I agree with you there too. I owned a couple Yeezys back in the day. I think a Quantum and a 500. Sold them off because I never wore them, and I was honestly just done with Kanye after his complete breakdown of a person and just being just completely crazy. But that's neither here or there. We're here to talk about shoes today. So trying to separate the art from the artist, let's keep it business centric. Now, Adidas at one point said, you know what, we're gonna dump these shoes, but seems like that was gonna be a big loss for them. And this is a way for them to really just try to stay in the black. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this stock we had in Yeezys and sell them. But not only are they selling everything and just fire, like, well, I would say, well, fire sale is the word I want to use, but we'll get to that in a second. You guys have probably seen periodic releases on the Adidas website, all these different Yeezys from past, to new colors maybe sprinkled in there. But if you notice, there's some of them fire sale, half price Yeezys. That is something we never thought we would see, right? I mean, Kanye would say that at some point he wanted everyone to have accessibility to a Yeezy, be able to get them if they want, but this seems to happen after their divorce. He's not a part of this brand, so he doesn't have, I don't think he has a say. I don't know what that looks like in their contractual agreement, but it seems like at this point, his thought, his want for his brand has really come to light. And I don't know if that was purposefully, or maybe I tripped, stumbled, and fell into the answer. It just happened to be a happy accident, I guess. But it's happening. You can get a Yeezy if you want to. Go to their website. It's not the most popular models by means, but things like the Quantum, things like the 700 MNVN, they call it the minivan. They also have some 350 comforts, which we may actually be looking at one of those today. There's a lot of them you can find on Adidas websites for half off. Go to Adidas outlets, half off. So I guess in a way, Kanye kept his promise, even if it wasn't his doing, if that makes sense. So kind of weird, but it was definitely an era, definitely a part of sneaker history. Hey, you know, sneaker history. Definitely a part of that will always be a story told when you go back and talk about the business, talk about the era, talk about that trend cycle, because 2015 to, I would have to say, what? 2021, 2022, whenever, before he lost his mind completely, you could not keep a Yeezy on shelves. I mean, so much so that even I think if someone returned a Yeezy to a store, it had to be sent back to Adidas so they can send it back out in a re-release or a restock. So now we're at a completely different era, different time where they're trying to dump these bad boys out and they don't care what happens to them. So with that being said, I've never owned a 350, but for $100, I think it was worth it to do a video to say, you know what, let's put this in the archives, let's keep it in a collection because it's done. There's no more of these. We can look back again if we have an episode of the podcast, or I'll come back into just old sneaker trends. I like to have something to really reference. So with that being said, we have a good old box that just got dropped off from FedEx, and I'm gonna open it with you because I haven't seen this shoe in person. I've seen pictures of it, seen reviews on it from other creators, but I have never actually held it in my hand. So I figure, you know what? This would be the best time to do it with you guys, since again, we're at the end of an era. Let's see what it's all about, right? And I always like to be late to the party sometimes because like this, you can get it cheaper. I hate paying full price for stuff if y'all haven't figured it out yet. So let's get into it. So get rid of this shipping box. And wow, this feels like a slide box. So boom, 350. We have, there he is, 350 V2 compact, or CMPT is what they call it, short for compact. Size 10, slate white, I think that's the color. And we have the knit. You have the same normal Yeezy box, that natural cardboard box. And let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what we got. I don't think I'm upset with these actually. All right, pulled one of them out, pulled the left shoe out, and they're gonna be the same. But this is it, guys. This is the Yeezy 350 V2 compact, and I'm not gonna lie, pulling it out the box, I know what they look like on foot already, so that's why I really got this model instead of something else. But they did not present these well. Like, it looks so flat. I mean, I don't think I have a, wish I had a shoehorn or something I could use, but it feels like they need to present these a little bit better because they take shape of the 350 once you put your hand, or put your foot in. I understand the concept is, again, a more compact version of 350. You're gonna have a softer knit up top, but look at the shoe. Again, I haven't had this pair in hand before. This is my first 350 in hand, actually, and I'm not upset with it. Not upset. So I guess we'll dive into it. We're gonna be doing a first-hand look together if you guys hadn't seen one or held one either. But it's gonna be a prime knit upper. I do like the design of the prime knit. It almost reminds me of a cable knit sweater at some of these really thick points. I like that design. It has this kind of dark gray. It gives it a nice contrast of the top layer, or the overlay is going to be more of a light gray color. So this way, we got our rope laces, which is going to be done up in an infinity lace system, which people feel like they pretty divided on this. They either liked it or didn't like it. I feel like there's no in between. Only one set of laces. If you want to change these out, you're going to have to cut them off. I'm pretty sure, yeah. You're going to have a different collar on the Yeezy 350 Compact than you have on the other 350s I've seen. This one looks to be a little bit more accessible. I kind of like the high ankle and high tongue because it makes it easy to really stretch open and get your foot in. So that is that's pretty cool. I don't mind that at all. Oh, and there's actually no insole. I didn't know that. That is something new. Okay, there's actually no insole. It is all just, so all the sock liner inside is all just one piece that seems to be sewn directly onto the Boost midsole. Huh. Interesting. That's weird. There's no insole in the shoe at all. If you guys have had any of the other 350s, is that the same concept? Because that is actually really weird to me. Huh, okay. Has Yeezy inside the shoe. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll try to get some B-roll on that piece. But interesting. It's a very simple shoe, not much to really talk about. But again, for $100, or I think it was 110 or 115 to be more specific. Better than 230, so definitely the time to try it if you haven't. I know some people are like, oh, but they're played out. Look, if you guys have met me, you guys know that I don't care if something's played out. If I'm interested in it, I'm gonna buy it. If it's hype, if it's not hype, you guys know I'm always working in between those lines there. So I like this. I like what we have working here. It looks really comfortable. I like the different knit patterns. I like how it's raised. Again, how it looks like that cable knit sweater. I like how we're gonna get a different design on the sides as well. It's gonna have this linear design of knit that gives it just, again, more depth. And you know me, I like depth. I like to make a sneaker look like it has layers to it. So it's really cool to be done with knit. And of course, you're gonna have that typical Yeezy 350 sole kit, that a midsole that has the lines going throughout. Been the same pretty much since the 350 Turtle Doves have released. I know they made some tweaks here and there, but it's been pretty much the same concept along the way. And this was gonna be done up in kind of a translucent, milky type color. So this way, we're gonna have that particular look as well. And of course, you're gonna have your exposed boost at the bottom. You're gonna have the boost here. See the boost here in the openings of the outsole as well, along with, again, the boost branding. So super simple shoe. That's why I got this one. I wanted simplicity in it, something easy to throw on pretty much for any occasion, I feel like. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to put this on foot. I hadn't tried it yet, so I'm wondering if it's hard to put on foot or not with this lacing system, because it's kind of I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a hassle to deal with. I mean, maybe I'm just not doing it right, but anyway, let's try to get on foot. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad I went with a size 10, because I know a lot of times you're like, oh, with Yeezys, go up a half size. Adidas actually recommended me go true to size on this one, so I listened for once, and actually went on pretty easy. Get these on foot shots for you guys, but these are actually pretty cool. I actually like them. Pull up on, oh, okay, you just pull up on a little infinity cord and it laces up. I'm pretty happy about these guys. When you put your foot in it, it looks just like the normal 350s, in my opinion, or 350 V2s. Just again, I think they took some of the structure out of the upper to, again, I don't know if they were trying to be more conscious of materials they're using or make it more comfortable, because I'll say put it on foot, that knit actually feels really comfortable on foot. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Not something I will say I miss, like, oh man, we should have got a bunch more of these. I think I'm cool with one pair. This is not something I feel like I have to, I keep looking down at the shoe to just like as it on foot, but it's not something I feel like it was life-changing. I know a lot of people are like, oh, these 350s, these are so cool, that's all they wore. They're cool. I like the design, something very different. I can appreciate what they did here, but I think one's enough. I mean, if I trip and stumble upon another pair on deep discount like this, maybe a black one. I think there's a black one floating around outlets, maybe, but I'm okay with this. I'm not upset with it, but again, it's not life-changing for me. I think the Ultra Boost was probably the last time a shoe really like blew my mind when it came to comfort, but this is really cool. I can appreciate this model even if it was the unpopular one. I think this one looks pretty cool for the V2. If you haven't tried it, I'd recommend it. And this is coming from someone who can really give two crap about Yeezy's brand, so definitely for $100, heck yeah, try it out. But you let me know. What did you guys pick up in this whole last Yeezy drop? Are you guys gonna miss these shoes? Do you care? Like, are you gonna have the same boat as me? Just, hey, I was curious. Let me know down below. And until next time, guys, see ya.